Mandela. Amandla. Amandla. Long live the undying spirit of Comrade Chris Hani. Long live. Long live the undying spirit of Umani. Long live. Long live the undying spirit of Umama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. Long live. Long live. Aluta. Aluta. Niyabasabana. Niyabasabana. Phansi nge-Democratic Alliance, phansi. Phansi nge-AfriForum, phansi. Phambili nge-African National Congress, phambili. Phambili nge-African National Congress, phambili. Riphilele President Ramaphosa, riphilele. Riphilele President Ramaphosa, riphilele. Viva the African National Congress, viva. Viva. Viva the South African Communist Party, viva. Viva. Viva COSATU, viva. Viva. Viva SANCO, viva. Viva. Malibongwe. Malibongwe. Roar, young lions, roar. Roar, young lions, roar. Amandla. Amandla. Thank you so much, comrades. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you, comrades, for your discipline, dedication, and commitment, for you to sacrifice literally everything. Your work commitment, student and academic commitments, and many other commitments to choose to come and build the African National Congress. I want to acknowledge our national leadership, who in their numbers have come to support us as we build this movement, as we strengthen this movement, as we walk this path together to build a better African National Congress. So let me acknowledge the deployees of the NEC for their presence, but most importantly, for their guidance. You are lucky, comrades. I've never seen a full contingent of the provincial task team members that are deployed in Johannesburg in one meeting. I want to thank them, comrades. I hope your presence is a symbol of the hard work, dedication, commitment that you want to unleash to defend and preserve the African National Congress. So I want to thank the PTT deployees and all the officials that are here. I also want to acknowledge your leadership, comrades. The leadership that has carried you up until thus far. The leadership of the region that stood with you in good and bad times. The leadership of the region that provided leadership during difficult moments. This is the leadership, comrades, that carried you through of changes in government, especially local government, and the leadership that carried you through most difficult processes in the African National Congress. Your leadership led by your regional convener, Comrade Dada Morero, and your regional coordinator, Koromisa Sabona Mangai, and all members of the RTT and the officials that are here. Comrades, allow me to acknowledge the leadership of the Alliance, those that are representing the South African Communist Party, and those that are representing COSATU and SANCO, together with our leagues, the ANC Youth League, the ANC Women's League, the ANC Veterans League, and the real soldiers of Umkhonto Wesizwe that are in our presence. Comrades, for us to gather here, there are three important processes that need to unfold. The first process is that the Secretary General of the ANC, Comrade Fikile Mbalula, must write to us as our provincial leadership to give a go-ahead for this 16th conference of the ANC in Johannesburg to sit. I want to confirm we received that letter. Does this conference correct for it to proceed on those bases? The second area that we have committed ourselves to say, we are not building structures of the ANC for conferences. We are building structures of the ANC to liaise, to link up, to be deep-seated within our communities and within our people. And we said there must be no branch of the ANC or structure of the ANC that should go to a BBGM purely because they want to elect delegates. We said each and every structure of the African National Congress must go back to a political school, and that there is a political course that all of us must attend without exception. That explains why do we have this giant movement called the African National Congress. What is the objectives and the aspirations of the African National Congress, and what is it that we expect out of the African National Congress? Based on the reports that we've received, we want to thank all of you, comrades, that have attended this course, thus paving the way for us to convene in this fashion. The third area we said must have a program of action that interact with our people, that identify a critical aspect that affect our people so that we can respond to those issues. I came here proud that almost majority of our branches have executed this important commitment. That it must not be about us, it must be about our people. It must not be about our internal differences. It must be about the interest of our people and where our people want this movement to go. So on the basis that we have met that, comrades, that is why we are here, to congratulate you and to wish you well in this 16th Regional Conference of the ANC in Johannesburg. But comrade, I'll be failing in my responsibility if I don't convey this important message that the special NEC of the ANC that met on Monday asked us on your behalf to come and convey this message in Johannesburg. They said, we didn't only make G20 memorable, we made G20 beautiful in a beautiful city that was beautiful from day one to day out. They asked us to thank your leadership. But most importantly, they asked us to thank the workers that went an extra mile to ensure that we deal with these issues in this province. So I'm conveying this message, comrade. It was personally delivered by President Cyril Ramaphosa, that go to Johannesburg and go to Gauteng and go to all the municipalities of Gauteng and thank the comrades for what they've done. But the president said, you have demonstrated that you are capable to do these things. Maintain them and do them better so that Fort Cortina Gokzile must not touch even to come in our province. Comrades, we come to you limping. We come to you hurt. We come to you disturbed. That decade of our movement that grew in the ranks of the ANC like me and you, of the ANC Youth League, a comrade that was obsessed with political education, a comrade who led during difficult and violent moments in KwaZulu-Natal, defended our people during those violent days, and rose to be a chief whip in Cape Town in Parliament, and ended up being appointed as the Minister of Police and later on as Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, who unfortunately perished while executing important activities outside the country. So, comrades, we come to you to acknowledge and accept that this special child of our movement, this special cadre of our organization, it's no more, but we find solace in the declaration of his funeral as a national official funeral by President Cyril Ramaphosa. Comrades, we also come to you, hurt, disturbed and worried that the real priest of the ANC, Moruti wa Baruti, Moruti Joe Maphatso, who presided on literally every funeral that we had, who lifted us up during difficult moments, who cared for those families that felt neglected, who even went outside the country to bring the remains of our cadres back home. Even at the risk of his own health, he presided over those funerals so that as the African National Congress, we can demonstrate to these families that they are not alone. Comrades, the passing of Moruti Joe Maphatso was a sore point in the history of our movement in this province. This is the priest that we knew. This is the priest